Good morning. Yeah, let's go. Boy said, right? Stefanski. Baruch Hashem, yeah? Mitzvah Siman number 168. Kuf Samech Het. Kuf Samech Het. No, you go back a little bit. Page 130. 130. Okay, Kuf Samech Het. So we are discussing Al Eze Mina Pat Bevarchin. So what kind of bread you're allowed to make a bracha? Bo Yud Zayin, we're talking about Barakat HaMotzi, obviously, and there are going to be 17 halachot in reference to this. So today is the 10th of the month of Elul, first day of the week of Parashat, Sunday, first day of the week of Parashat, Kitavo. The Shem, the halacha is sponsored. Le'erfuah shlema lekol cholei amo Yisrael, Yosef besimcha, Nisi besimcha, Moshe Shlomo besimcha, Abraham ben Sarah, Yosef Chaim ben Mafrad, and Chaya bat Leah. Refuah shlema lekol cholei amo Yisrael. And Sonia Rosa? No, I don't remember. Mrs. Yusupov, my dear friend's mother. Okay, Hashem knows. Let's go. Hayu lefanav hatichot shel pat. So the first halacha, Hayu lefanav hatichot shel pat upat shalem hakol mimin echad. So the person had a sliced bread or a whole bulka. Mevarech ala shalem. So on Shabbat, what do you make a bracha? Shalem. What about not Shabbat? You have a bulka and you have slices. Now, whichever one, you have a choice to make a bracha on which one. You make on a whole bagel and not on sliced. Afilu hu pat kibar v'katan hatichot pat nekiya ugdola. So even if you have a small bulka, but those slices are huge slices, still on the small bulka, because it's shalem, because it's full, not ripped, even on a regular day you make a bracha on that. אבל אם השלם מסעורים והחתיכות מחיטין. Oh, now what happens like this? What if the bulka is from barley, grain, but the sliced bread is from the chitim, from the wheat, right? Chita. אפילו היא קטנה, מניח הפרוסה תחת השלמה, ובוסתה משתיהן יחד. So he says like this. אבל אם השלם מסעורים, החתיכות מחיטין. So what do? You have a full bulka. It's made out of barley bread, and the sliced bread is made out of a chitim. Even if the chitim is smaller than the bulka. Let's say bulka is big. You have a big bulka from barley, and you have a small slice from the chitim. So you have to know which bread you're making bracha. Maniach haprusa tachat hashlema. You make the sliced one under the bulka, and then you should break from both of them together. Because remember, the bulka is important because it's shalem, but chitim is more important, and they're both equal. Why? Because chitim is what? In the Torah, when the Torah tells you, chitim is listed first. So they have a rule. Because it's like chita or seorah, right? So if it's chita or seorah, but if you have two bulkas, you have one bulka from barley and one bulka from chitim, you have to make on the wheat first. Because the Torah talks about chitim first. The chol zeh כשרוצה לאכול משניהם, if you want to eat from both of them. אבל אם אינו רוצה לאכול אלא מאחד ובצבצה עליו, however, if he wants to eat only one, then the one that he wants to eat from, that one that he makes bracha. ואין לחוש לשני השני, אף על פי שחשוב או חביב עליו. Let's say you want to eat barley today. Let's say a person has a special diet. On one day he eats this kind of wheat, next day he eats this kind of wheat, right? So it happened to him that the wheat that he has today is the one that it's supposed to eat. He wants to eat. So he wants to eat even let's say the bulka, which is barley, and even the bulka, the other bulka is wheat. But since he wants to eat only barley today, he's not obligated to eat from the chitim. Okay, whatever is important to him right now, that's what he's eating. Even it doesn't matter.
Now, if he like the barley bread and the chitim,
that's what we're talking about. Yeah, he wants to eat barley. He doesn't have to eat chitim.
You don't have to do chitim.
No. Bet. Im shtehen shlemot min echad, achad gdula v'echad katan. Now you have same two bulkas, right? Two full bulkas, but they're all from one bulka. Remember we had over here on the Suda?
Yeah.
That's a bulka. Okay? So now, let's say you have one big one and one small one. So what do? So he says, Mevarech ala gedola, he make a bracha on the bigger one. אם יש לאדם שני הצאי לחם ואין לו לחם שלם. Now what happens if a person has two small half breads, but he doesn't have one bulka? יחברם יחד בעץ או בשום דבר שלא יהיה נראה ודינו כדין שלם, ואפילו בשבת יכול לעברם. So he says like this. So you have somebody, your wife cut the bread in half by mistake. What do? You want to make a bracha on a shalem. You could make it shalem. So what do? Take a piece of toothpick, put a toothpick in the middle, put them together. Now it's shalem. Now even a Shabbat will be bracha. Now it's shalem. You can make a bracha.
You have to take anything to make shalem. You have to be shalem usually.
It's better to make it chabod. Yes, to make chamotzi, it has to be on davar chashuv. Listen.
You have two bread only in Shabbat. In the hall, no.
No, even talking about whole now to make it chashuv.
No, I'm sorry. In the hall, you don't have to have two bread.
You don't have to have two breads, but if it's important to make chashuv. Even on a whole, even on a regular day, you make a bracha on the big one.
You have to have the challah, or I don't buy the big challah because I buy the rolls.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, rolls. What do you call it? We call bulkala rolls.
So no חייב להיות.
The person is going to eat. Is going to eat a little bit. Yeah. Now we're talking about if somebody has a big one to choose from. Yes.
The roll, no problem. You don't have to buy challah.
ואפילו בשבת יכול לחברם. even השבת יכול לחברם נגדם. גימו. שני גלוסקאות הדבוקים יחד שנאפו. What happens is like this. Usually bagels, when they bake, and even holly rolls, if you didn't have each holly roll in its own container, they're going to be combined. They're going to be touching each other. So what happens is when you separate them, it sometimes takes off from the other piece. So you have one shalem, now one broken. Yeah?
I'm happy that I made the effort.
טוב להפריד החתיכה מהשלמה כדי שיהיה נראית שלמה. So what happens is the one that you have full, take off the extra pieces that came off from the other bulka, that it should have one at least full one. ממה שניחנת דבוק בה אף על פי שנראית יותר גדולה. He says what happens is when you take a bulka apart, you took a piece from that roll to this roll. Now this roll looks bigger. It says no good. The one that's broken roll, I understand. Take off the extra. Even though the extra makes it look larger, take off the extra. You want it to look shalem. You want it to look beautiful. Right? Don't make it look huge. If it's going to look ugly, keep it look beautiful. Okay? שנראה יותר גדולה. אוקיי. אגב, ולא יבצע ממנה מקום שהייתה דבוקה בחברתה, ששם נראית כפרוסה, אלא יבצע ממקום השלם שבה. So again, so when you making a bracha, when you're making hamotz lechem min haaretz, where do you break from? You don't break where it's broken already. You break from the, remember the crusty part, the one that's shalem. That's what we spoke earlier, yeah? Okay, on Shabbat specifically. Dalet, pat seorin or pat kusmin. Mevarech al shal seorim. So if you have kusmin, it's probably spelled, right? So you have bread from barley. And then you have bad of spelled. You make a bracha on the barley. Kivan shehu mimin shiva. Because the barley is from the 7, okay, it's mentioned in the 7 minim. Even though let's say the spell is much more beautiful, pad nekiya or pad kibar, even if even though it's okay, pad nekiya or pad kibar. Maza kibar? Mevarech ala nekiya. Maza kibar? Barley. I mean nekiya. Maybe one has smooth finish and one has like a bumpy finish. So on the one that has a smoother finish, what you make a bracha on, right? Let's see, you dollar here. What is kibar? What is kibar? Meaning, yeah, nekiya af the kibar the kibar gadol mimena. The marad nekiya adiv u'ma'ir shehum shneim u'bruzim. Okay, kibar it sounds like. מפת וקיבר חשיב במינו מן הנקייה כגון חיטים לגבי שעורים או שעורים לגבי חוסמים קודם. So again, so it sounds like kibar, it's like it's rough. It's not a nice finish. So you have a nice roll and then you have one that looks nebuch. Even though it's big, you make a bracha on the nice roll. The nice roll, yeah, נקייה, okay. ואם שתיהם נקיות וזו לבנה יותר מזו, So now, you look at this. Shulchan Aruch says eat bread, white bread. Unlike the whole world right now, eating, nobody wants to eat white bread. He says no. White bread is even it's the best bread.
Wow.
That's what you're supposed to be
But
eating.
they say the grain.
Mevarech al levana yoter. Whichever is the lighter one, that's the bracha you make on.
Wow.
Amazing, huh? Unlike the whole world today, we're all forced to eat bread, black bread.
Because it look beautiful.
Huh?
Because it look beautiful.
I think the black bread. Yesterday I was eating my mother's sourdough from Russia. You know, the bulka. You could hit somebody, knock him out. So I had to break it and chew from it. And everybody I gave white bread. I'm not allowed to eat bread now. It's not good for me. Huh? White, the whole skin get me. Anyway.
So you have to.
What?
Best is to lose weight.
I'm losing right now. We're trying to. Okay. Next. Hey. Pat Oved Kochavim Nikiya or Pat Kibar Shel Israel. What happened was you went to the marketplace, you see two people selling bread. One is Jew, one is a Goy. So a Goy is selling a beautiful white bread, and a Jew is selling Nebach bread. Kacha, Bekoshi, Chai. Right? What do you do? If the person is not worried about of the eating from the bakery of a Goy, Mevarech Al Eze Mehem Shirtzeh. There he could choose to make a bracha anyone he wants. אם הוא נזהר מפת עובד כוכבים, מסלק פת נקי של העובד כוכבים, מעל השולחן עד לאחר ברכת המוציא. So, however, now if let's say he doesn't want to eat bread of a goy, he doesn't eat bread of a goy, or he's careful, so what he should do, take off the table the nice bread of the goy, make a bracha on the not so clear, not so beautiful bread of a Jew is better. And then I guess after Hamotzi you could bring the other one. However, if the owner of the house doesn't care about eating bread of the goy, and he only likes to eat the bread of the goy, because again, goy's bread is much more nicer and cleaner, looks beautiful. Alright? So if he's crazy, let him eat from the white bread. But if the Jewish, the whole community, the whole family should eat from the other bread. And now you have two breads on the table. So this Jew, this balabait, he should make a bracha on the goy's bread, which is beautiful. Because he really wants to eat only from that bread. ואם בעל הבית נזהר מפת עובד כוכבים בישראל שאין נזהר כך מסב עמו על השולחן. So let's say you have two types of bread on the table, and the owner of the house is careful of פת ישראל, and his guest is not so careful. צריך למצוא על הפת נקייה של עובדי כוכבים, ואילו הוא הבוצע ואין דעתו לאכול אלא מאותו פת. ואם בעל הבית נזהר, so he said, כיוון דמצווה מוטלת על הבעל הבית, יבצע מן היפה של עובד כוכבים, כיוון שהותר למצוא, הותר לאכול הסעודה. So now, what happened was like this. You have a guest, he brings his own bread. Where did you get the bread from? I got bread from, Goyish the Crusty Bakery. They have the Crusty, it's called. Delicious, everything is nice. There's no ingredients there. It's only water and
how you know
bread.
It's mutar to buy from
Again, only if it has those two ingredients.
How you know?
Only if it has two ingredients. You know, the guy is not going to tell you, because you're going to taste it. What are you talking about? So let's say you bought from a
So
goy.
mutar you cannot bread from Publix.
If it has only two ingredients, yes.
Have to have you.
If it has, we have today everything OU, but the olden days they didn't have OU. You would be allowed to, even today, let's say you go to Publix, since we have OU, they take OU, but if you don't have OU, let's say you live in, I don't know, you live in some Goyish town,
They don't have
you could go into the bakery and buy bread as long as it has two ingredients.
How you know it's kosher?
So there is a way to, let's say, that's what we're talking about. It's kosher. It has only water and flour. If it has only water, flour, but if they don't, then you're not allowed to. A lot of them put oil.
Yeah, they put oil.
Oil, no, they're not allowed to. What kind of oil?
No, that's why.
No, it
Before
depends.
I should buy baguette from there.
Depends what kind of oil. Many people use pig's oil in bread.
But
Baguettes are very, the Italian baguette.
If I buy bread from the Publix, the baguette, I have to check what oil.
You have to have hashgacha today in all the bakeries. I'm talking if you, let's say you stock some Goyish town, there's nobody there, and you want to eat, you don't have where to cook. You could go into the bakery of a goy, and you see what is he baking with. If he has bread that has no flavoring at all, no flavoring, just water and oil, water and flour, no problem, you're allowed to eat. What are you going to do? That is not a problem. But today, most of the stuff you buy from the supermarkets, they have so many ingredients, there are a billion ingredients, and most of them have oil also. So it depends. So since you don't know which oil, it could be fat oil, a pig oil. How you know? It could be non-kosher oil. You never know these people. So that will be a question. Now he says like this: if I have a guest, so my guest brought this bread, beautiful white bread, and I know there's no other ingredients except for water and flour there. Now, since the white bread that he brought to my table, it's what? It's more beautiful than the bread I have to make a bracha on his bread. And I could eat from his bread also. Not a problem. Because now that I am obligated, I could even eat the whole suda with his bread. So now, like this, listen to this. The white bread is obviously more delicious. Mm-hmm. My wife makes a bread, let's say somebody, it looks zeh, but it's, no problem. It says, but if the balabait likes, says Ramah, the balabait has to like the other bread. You can't force him. He doesn't want to eat it.
If he don't want it.
He doesn't want, let him eat from the other one. But if he likes it also, now he's allowed to eat from the goyish bread, not a problem. That the guest brought him because the guest wants it. So that's why you put aside your chumrod, your
so you give
chumrod, your what's stringency, and
so you give the guest
matzah
first.
No, you make a bracha and you eat,
but
and
you
then
give
you
it.
him.
You give the first one.
Hashem, tomorrow
So
hopefully we'll
him,
see you.
so you make him happy.
Hashem, yeah.